So this portal that I'm in front of right now is this leads to my old server, and everyone thank Kilkley for setting this up. He did this. He downloaded the map and set up this portal. But anyways, this is set up to this leads to my old server basically that I ran. You know, I ran the server, and me, Alkaizer, Fei, SloanSlater, and many others also played on this server. We all built this survival mode style, and so this is what I spent all my time on before I started YouTube, for months. Not all my time, but a lot of it. And I know that chat's delayed. I'm very sorry. Twitch is being really insane today, probably because of that League of Legends stream that's going on. But yeah, I was just wanting people, if they wanted to gather around, and we'll all go together, because I think it'd be fun. So let's go. I'm gonna go in, and this leads to my old server. So the first thing I wanted to show you, we'll kind of start and go in a circle because I have this all memorized. Let's go this way. The portal is, I don't know. It was... I don't have any snacks. But yeah, this is a pretty big server, so you're going to want to stick with me, or you'll get lost. Oh, there's Samus. That's a really good Samus skin. Look at that. I like it. Good skins. That's a pretty detailed skin, too. I like the ones that are detailed. So, looks like a lot of us are here. Anyways, we're going to go this way, which is... I'll hold F3 so you guys can see. I'll periodically put F3 on. So this, I should be texting my friends and saying that I'm giving a tour of our old server. In fact, you know what? Let me do that. Let me do that. Just in case they're home, because I'm going to be showing you the bases of a lot of my old friends. Let's see. Yeah, let me text him real quick. Because these are all real friends that we played on this server with. Okay, so forward. So this is my old he actually didn't play on the server for as long as most other people, so he didn't get a whole lot done. Like he built the statue, didn't quite finish it. He joined way late and just kind of did some goofy stuff. He built this whole base, planted a melon farm. He built all this stuff. So this is kind of the beginning. Not a whole lot of insane stuff going on because, again, he didn't play on the server for as near as long as us, but I just wanted to show you this because very extensive sheep farm here. You can see that he set this up, you know, color-coded it, and yeah, lots and lots of sheep. He also built a McDonald's arches up there for whatever reason. And, yeah. I actually haven't seen some of this stuff because I didn't join the server for the very end. This has been since like January, guys, so this is kind of old. Yeah, he built McDonald's arches. So that's basically his base. Pretty small. Lots of stuff. So let's go to the big stuff, guys. Let's move onward. You can release the smooth resource pack. I don't even know what it is, but oh, I guess you can go up into the statue. Interesting. Okay, anyways. Okay, so let's move. Let's go to the main town. I've got F3 open while we're on our way, so just in case you wanted to see coordinates or whatever. So, from the spawn point... We're going to go back to where we started, where the portal is. You guys that are flying? Oh, I forget we have mods that are invincible and stuff. Anyways. So yeah, this is the spawn point of the server. So he went and built a base over there. Next, we shall go to the main town. Okay, so let's get all gathered up here. Is it lagging? Everyone stop moving. Looks like sniper is spy. I mean, if the resource pack like just gives people a bunch of the songs, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, this is the road to the main town. And this road and all of this main town was built by Onslaught Fei, who you guys will recognize as one of my mods. Man, this is kind of a cool trip because like we spent a lot of time on this server. So this is like the guard tower like he built, and as you'll see, Onslaught Fei's building style is very realistic. He likes to build things to real scale, stuff like this. You know, like a room would be this big in real life and all that kind of stuff. So that's his style, and you'll see that with pretty much everything that he does. Very realistic, very compact. Which is quite different from my style of building. And I see some of you guys are kind of going onward. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so this way, if you look down, this is the town that Onslaught Fei built. And you'll also realize that he walls everything off, so you can't get to it, which I was kind of annoyed with at first, but I realized that's just kind of how he wanted to build things. But I'll show you a shortcut as we move on. So you can kind of see his town he built, and this is all survival mode. Like, he did this. But yeah, Kilkley, if you want, if people are want to, you can teleport them to us if they just can't come here. So let's see. The quickest way, let's get down to the town. We have a stormtrooper up here, guys. Stormtrooper right ahead, dead ahead. So yeah, Onslaught Fei is not all about accessibility. He built this kind of like you would build a video game town. So when he described that to me, I realized that's what he builds as. So we're going down here. He builds it. He builds this stuff just like he would build it, as if a video game was. Oh wait, never mind. This is okay. Here we go. This way. Very compact. Very realistic. I know people are just getting completely lost. Especially when we're getting into Fei's realm, because it's so... Man, like, I don't even know where I'm going. As you can see, you can't really access everything in his towns. And, you know, he defends this because... You know, screw this. I'm going to break this right here. You guys need to move. We're going to go down to the town. So, you know, he's got this big elaborate road, the bridge that leads into his town. And you can see this is the entrance. And I broke that because, screw that. We're not going to go find his way in. And, you know, he built all this and, like, he wired this up. Like, you have a thing here. Boom. You have an opening trellis. If this will function. It works. It's just very lagged. Wow, this is lagged out. We have a lot of people on the server right now. Okay, so this is his town. And like this is built just like you would build like a real town. With guard posts, with Oh, where am I? Here's like the alchemy town. There's Charl. Ender chest. Enchanting table. This is like the alchemist's lair. The distillery is here. Like, it's built like a distillery where you have, like, see, kegs. And, like, he's very creative with the way he made kegs. And we even have villagers here. He actually brought villagers here by rail and then, like, walled them in so they can't get out. Like, non-creative mode style. And you have some villagers that wander around like that guy. But, yeah, I mean, this town is pretty... very compact. Again, just like it would be if this was, like... a video game town. Very compact, very real. We have guardians here. This is... I don't even know what. Got beds here. So, he spent a lot of time. I'll just tell you this. This is all in creative mode, so this is all done legit. Here's the tailor shop. Yeah, this is built just like you... Oh, there's a link. There's even... Oh, there's a kitty. Like, I don't know the layout. Like, he would be the man to give it to be giving a tour, which I'm not sure where he is right now. He actually hasn't been dropping in stream lately because I haven't been streaming. But if he were here, he would be able to show you like the perfect way to get through this town. There's like the eating place. If you go down here, here's the bottom level. So obviously an armory. Okay, this is kind of cool. This armory leads in here, and you have this big, you know, meeting table, you know, where the knights would meet. You have this place right here, which is the bunks, military bunks, more bunks. He set this all up realistic. Kegs, of course, because, you know, if you're in the army, you gotta like drink, because being in the army sucks. You have storage room right here. Obviously, looks like a storage room. Very cool. And here's the arena, and it looks like there's a creeper spawned in the arena. So this is like where you'd go in and battle. And obviously very compact, but you know, we go in here, we'd battle. Oops, I laid that down. Didn't mean to do that. Go in here and you battle the creeper, whatever. So, and then you have the archery range here, which is, this is actually really cool. And you get a bow and arrows. See, I'll equip this really quick. So here is where you shoot. If you hit it, it'll light up. And you guys are getting in front of me. Yeah, see, it lit up. So this is actually really cool. Again, it's like if you hit it, it'll light up for a given amount of time. But you guys are doing your thing, okay? And like here, you know, target dummies, whatever. It's set up just like you would like a World of Warcraft town or whatever, any RPG town. So really cool. And thanks again, Kilkley, for setting all this up. I didn't know it'd be this easy. Kilkley's the man with the plan. Okay, so we're done with this. We are going to move on and get out of here. Yeah, there are a lot of people on here now. Can you type player? Oh, crap. Guess not. Oh, well, there's more than... There's a lot of people on right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys... I'm sorry about the lag. There's a lot of people on. Can I turn on F3? There's F3. This is the first thing that I built on this server. I went, and this is the last iteration of it, of course. First thing I did was I went into this mountain and I hollowed this out all by hand. And later, and I designed it like this. Later, I went and farmed a bunch of nether brick, and I was pretty proud of this. I farmed a bunch of nether brick and lined it, and then I did the touches here, and I added obsidian. And because this was one of the first things built on this server, Onslaught Fei used this as kind of a hub. So he used this as a hub to build out to his main village, which we visited here. And this leads down to a 10,000 meter rail and a 1,600 meter rail as well. So if you get on a minecart, and we'll do this in a little bit. It is lagged out, man. I gotta see how many people are on. One sec. 71 people on. Okay. It's the most it's been on since we installed the mods. Oh man, I hope I can log in. Okay, good. It's working. So, anyways, this leads out to like a very, very remote part of the servers where a guy named Kraeger and a person named Rookie built stuff way far away from the main hub. But yeah, if you take a minecart out there, this will lead you all the way out there. And that was all dug by hand by Fei. This leads down to Fei's Minecraft grid tunnels. If you get down here, this leads to like the infinite grid of Onslaught Fei Farm Town. And you can just see how perfect his grid is. He was super efficient with that. This down here, I dug all this by hand. This leads to the end of the mountain. And I was actually going to extend all this out to the end of the mountain, but this leads out there. We'll go there in a sec. This leads up to Onslaught Fei's first project. First, let's go out. Let's take a trip down this tunnel, because this tunnel is again one of the first things I built. I didn't even finish it. You can see there's still dirt and gravel and stone, but it's all lit up and Minecraft ready, or I mean minecart ready, which I think is pretty cool. And this leads to infinite lag. Wow. It is laggy. So many people on. Am I going to be able to do this? Kilkley we may have to put a hard cap on the server. This is kind of like the stress test volume 2. We may have to put a like a 60-person cap on the server. Maybe. So I'm going to let this load. I'm going to go grab some water, use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, it's back up. Back just in time. Okay, so I think we had a crash. Not really sure what's going on. I think we may have to put a hard cap of 60 on the server. Something like that. With all the people that are joining. Anyways, I'll continue this. Just keep going for you guys that are watching, because I know a lot of you aren't in here playing. Just out of curiosity, though. You have 700 people in here. Wow. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll wait then. We may have to put a hard cap. I don't know. I'll leave that up to Kilkley. He's actually running this server. But anyways, so as I said, you know, this is the first thing that built. This is kind of the hub. There's Mario. So here's my coordinates right now. I'm inside of a mountain in the town. It's really hard to get to. I mean, I honestly don't know. Anyways, I'll continue the tour. Let's see here. From here, let's go up, because this will make more sense in the end. So, Onslaught Fei used this as a hub. This was his main resource room, and as you can see, he was very meticulous. We got cobblestone, stone. We got, you know, stone, brick, nether brick, obsidian. I mean, he whoa. Was that like a mass teleport? That was pretty insane. Anyways, and you know, ender chest. I mean, this is pretty fantastic, and he finished this in kind of in the same style that I did. He even put up here. He found a spider spawner down here, and built this room around it with a creeper head, and we used this to farm experience points, and even items. So this was fantastic, and it even has like this thing going on right here, where like, where it would bring the items to you, and the spiders would come to you, and you couldn't get hurt by them. It was fantastic. So, anyways, that was cool. But this also leads, and you know, it even has a forge thing right here. It looks legit. This leads out this way, which we won't go to now. We're gonna go up, which the stairs over here lead upwards. And this is a lot of fun for me, because we spent so many hours. I can't even tell you. This is the grand room of Onslaught Fei's guild hall. He literally built us a guild hall. You can see he like finished the ceilings with lapis blocks, you know, hanging chandeliers, fountains. I mean, he did all this in creative mode, and I even helped a little bit with the not the decorating, but like. But I want to show you guys this. Look at this dragon head. That is... He did all of this. Survival mode. That's what I meant. Sorry. If I said creative mode. Can I turn on fly? Oh, cool. Okay, now I can really show you guys. So, he built this. Like with his own design. I just think that's fantastic. Again, with how small it is and how it looks like a dragon head. That's awesome. So, and yeah, this is a much better view of his room. But I just want to show you guys over here. He set apart these rooms for players. Like, this is Ruki's room. She built this. There's a kitty. Of course, she's a girl. So it's pink. And you have a double-sided fireplace. All sorts of awesome stuff. I think I'm in the next one. Yeah, I did this one, and it's just completely goofy. Fei eventually turned it into something. Like, he built this as like a fishing exploiter. But I planted a forest in here. I thought it was funny. Anyways, that was my troll room. I don't think he was happy about it, but he eventually used the room. Did anyone else build rooms? This is... I'm not sure who built this one, actually. Oh, my friend Corbin built this room. Yeah, because this leads up to something unfinished. So he built that. Pretty neat. So those are just player rooms. How did you get up there? That's pretty amazing. Oh, I see how you did it. On the other side here, this is extremely elaborate on this side. So this is multiple stories. Bookcases like crazy. This is like a 3-story elaborate thing that he built. It's basically the library, from what I remember. Yeah, for those of you joining, this was just to create a survival mode server that I ran for a while, and I'm giving a tour. This is before I started YouTube or anything. This is just me and my friends. We all built this just without cheating, just for fun. And I know this isn't a lot compared to a lot of creative mode maps, but like, look at this. Like, he built this like way into like the alchemy room or whatever, where he was, you know, he built like a skull, and he's very artistic with his designs. And this is not finished, but this was going to be a pentagram. And I think this actually is a functioning like nether bloom. Yeah, so he's got this set up as like a farm in here. Yeah, for netherwort. So anyways, that's all this. That's unfinished. But I just wanted to show you guys that. And this is all Onslaught Fei's doing. And you can see his build style is very, you know, realistic, real life sized, just like people would be living here. So let's move on. We're gonna go up. So this leads upwards. We're actually inside the mountain right now. This is all hollowed out mountain. Of course, he put pictures everywhere. Everything's finished. Here's a little window here that leads out. You can see his town from out here, which we toured earlier. Staircase upwards. Upwards and up. Okay, so this is the guild hall. This is like the first thing that he actually built on the server. It's a little bit smaller than scale than everything. It was meant to be just kind of a hub. I think it's multiple stories. Leads up here. Got a little, you know, bar set up. Little rooms. He actually finished them all. This leads to, I think, the top story. The top story has our enchanting case. We can enchant stuff. It also leads to, I think if you go even further up, is our nether portal. This is where we entered the nether for the first time. So, yep, that's it. It's like 4 stories or something. Yeah, it is 4 stories. So let's go outside. Let's go see some exciting stuff. So this is the view of the town that we saw. This is the guild hall. And there actually used to be a giant barn over here, but Fei tore it down. Because he doesn't like things that aren't functional. And he planted an orchard where the farm was, as you can see. Let me give you a better view. I'm going to fly. So this, again, this is all built on survival mode. There's a real chimney there. I mean, he builds everything so meticulous, and he's very, very good at that. So let's move on. He also built right here, inside, this was our very first base. And actually, this isn't the last iteration of this map. That he built a druid shrine up here. This is where we first like got terrified and hollowed out this mountain for the first night. This is where we stayed, and it's pretty much it stayed in this state. And there's our beds, and I built this little lookout. Where in this lookout you can see I planted some trees right there. It's kind of goofy. Flattened out lots of land. There's Alkaizer over there. This is first stuff. Okay, so let's move down. I am going to do this just because I can. Sorry if you guys are dying. This staircase right here leads down to the farm. My brother and Onslaught Fei both worked on this for a multitude of hours. They terraced all this land. There's our cow pit where I killed so many cows. What? Who just did that? I think Kilkley is destroying all the cows. Yeah, and here is basically like the farmhouse. This, I think Kilkley killed all the cows. Okay. This leads into our farm. This, and down here, underneath here, is an elaborate chicken coop. Look at all the chickens. I killed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chickens in here for experience and eggs and meat and all sorts of stuff. And I'm gonna kill him. And you know, he built all this. Again, Fei did a lot of work on this server. I'll just say this: Fei has a job that allows him to play Minecraft a lot, and he did most of this on his works clock. So, yeah, this is pretty amazing stuff. You can see up there the guild hall. You can see our first thing, that little thing I was out on. We'll get to this stuff later. And you know, he built this big windmill, old style windmill. Here's our sheep pit. Look at this. This is his like lumber, you know, like a dock. Where literally, and look at that. It looks realistic, like something you'd see in an actual video game if you're playing an RPG. All finished, wonderful looking. Okay, now we're gonna move to. It looks like Kilkley is mass killing everything. This is Alkaizer's place. You know, from Alkaizer. He built this first. This little thing right here. Alkaizer's style is a lot like his brother's, but he built this nether tower, nether brick tower, which has, you know, stuff in it. Finished it off a little bit, made it look good. He was working on this whenever he quit. He was finishing the dome of his big tower. And we killed some withers, so there's a beacon. If you go in here, you can kind of see. Here's his enchanting room. And he was kind of erratic with this style because he had never played this game. He was the only one that hadn't played this game. So his styles are kind of erratic and kind of experimental looking. But, yeah, I mean, he did some cool stuff. Again, all survival mode. And down here, over here leads to a very, very long rail. This rail would lead us to, yeah, there's a minecart, to somewhere very far away, where we called Derpville, where we basically found a town and built it up, and it's retarded looking, but it had so many people, so many, like 40 or 45 citizens, where we would just farm them with trading. Okay, so now that we've seen all this stuff, oh yeah, so this is the mountain that's hollowed out. You know, and this leads into there. All the stuff we saw, the guild hall. We're going to go to the other side of the mountain. The big tunnel and the train station, basically, is what Fei called it. And, oh yeah, and here is my brother's, SloanSlater. Here is his mountain abode. This is actually really cool. He spent a lot of time on this. He basically hollowed out a mountain. So we're going to go in here. I apologize for using flight. I want to make this enjoyable, and so sometimes flying makes this a lot easier to see. So down here, first we'll see something pretty cool. This is all hollowed out into a mountain, you know, using no cheats. So keep that in mind. This isn't going to be some elaborate creative mode thing. But I thought this was pretty cool. He found a lake and actually hollowed out under the lake and built this room, which is just awesome looking. It still exists on top of the glass, but it basically created a cascade of waterfalls and obsidian, lapis. Just very, very cool. And we actually, he planted a bunch of squids in here where he would farm them. This is a squid farming room. And yeah, fantastic. So that's the first cool thing he did in here. And you know, it's been a while, so we'll just kind of like move around. There's a pig just hanging out in these underground corridors. And down here, okay, there's two downs. Let's see. We're going to go down here. I think this leads to, yes. Okay. So this leads down to like hell, basically. Fire room of death. This is insane. All the buckets of lava that you see, I mean, all of the lava was brought here by hand, bucket by bucket. And he did all this. Here's his throne, where he never got his third wither skull. He wanted 3 skulls up here. And, yeah, this is his throne room. And it's terrifying. He died so many times making this because of lava deaths. And it actually goes back even further. And there's some errors there. But back here is he never finished this, but he has 2 nether portals, and he was going to build something here, obviously. But yep, that's the end of it. He spent many hours building this. So we're going to fast track back up. So you can tell we spent a lot of time on this server. You know, he had this little vista here, where there's the spawn point down there, the guild hall's up there, there's the hollowed out mountain. So we'll fly up here, and even on top of the mountain, he leveled all that out. So next we're gonna go to some of my projects. I'm kind of excited because I think they're pretty cool. My building style is quite different than Fei's. I covered all this in glass for whatever reason. This is the exit to that big tunnel that I lagged out earlier in. So you exit this tunnel. I just decided to build a gigantic arrow that was piercing the mountain. And I died many times building this. So I started off, I just kind of built the stone here. And I did this all just by like hand as I did it. At first it was going to be a spear, but it turned into an arrow. And so I built this, and I started building like the shaft of the spear, and I realized it was going to be too long, so I made it an arrow. And this was the first big thing I did on this server, I think. And again, this is all by hand, so flying makes me really appreciate how many times I died doing this, because this was all in survival mode. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped about how awesome it turned out. And of course I finished it off with the lava, because I wanted it to, like, the mountain is bleeding. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Put quite a bit of lava there. But yep, I'm pretty proud of that. I know Fei was kind of upset at first that I built this because it didn't match the style of what the server was, but this is my style. I like this. I like big, insane things, like things you would see in like the Titans. Like a Titan shot an arrow at the beginning of the world and it pierced a mountain. And anyways, I got pretty pumped. I think Fei eventually thought it was cool. But at first, I know he was not happy that I built that, because it didn't match the realistic style that we had going on. But that was one of the earliest things. The next thing that I built, once we got in the nether and started, like, kind of these. I went nuts with nether brick. Ignore this at first. We'll get to that. These, I built. First, I built one, right? I flattened this. This land wasn't flat. I flattened all this stuff later on. And this, I destroyed all that mountain by hand. I planted these trees toward the end just for fun. But yeah, I built this first tower, and then I built 2 next to it. And this is just pure nether brick. And I built them to the top of the map. This was the top of the map at one point. And we'll go inside here. This is the first one. And of course, yeah, I think someone put a picture in there. I built these to the top of the map, because I wanted to see, I wanted to build the most epic thing, like that arrow. Then these, I wanted to build giant things, like, when you saw them, you were just like, what? And, I hope that's having that effect on you. I don't know, maybe you've been in too many creative mode servers, but this is survival mode. So this is all very time consuming, very elaborate. So this was the top of the map. I'm not sure if Minecraft has changed, but yeah. From here, okay, this is a good view. I encourage you guys to make your way up here. There's ladders. And you can see down here, this was, my next project, kind of. Yeah, this is my next project. From these towers, these 3 towers, I decided to build my main base, which is here. And so you can see, I drew a big, huge circle in it. Yeah, if you fall from here, it's massive. It's a massive fall. I drew a giant circle, right? It's a perfect circle, as perfect as you can get in Minecraft. First of all, I flattened all this area by hand. And made it flat, down to stone, mostly. Then I drew a circle. Then I planned it all out, and it's a hexagram. If you come up to the very top, it's a 6-sided star. And the way I planned it is, the hexagram, you have the hexagon in the middle, and you have the hexagram points coming off here, and each of these are individual towers. And this took a lot of work, just like these. Like, all that nether brick farming, that took a lot of farming. So this is my main base. I aligned the bottom in wool. So you go in here. Here's the entrance. And you can see the tip of the sword here. So this sword was part of the main design here. I wanted a sword to pierce down to here, and the sword tip is hitting the anvil. The sword is filled with lava. We're gonna go up here. I'm not gonna fly. So I built this double staircase here, and this winds upward to the second floor, which you can see more of the sword shaft here in the lava, and that's my design. I'm pretty proud of it. I was pretty pumped. You can see the windows there. And then you're up to the top here, the top floor, and you can see, you know, the balcony here with the window. I had fun with this design. And here's the sword. And the sword is just, I wanted it to be massive. And, you know, I designed to kind of look, I wanted it to look kind of evil. Like, you know, insane. And what the heck? Someone, I did not build this. This is not part of my base. So, yeah, I don't want you guys editing anything right now because I'm showing it off. So don't do stuff like this. Unless one of you guys didn't do this. Because I don't know who did that. Anyways, there's a sword. Yeah, someone just did that. Because that wasn't there. So, yeah. We're going to destroy... I guess we will have trolls. Anyways, each one of these little towers here, these triangular towers, has a little function. Like this one is just an exit slash entrance. This was my main base. This is where I spent many hours with all my stuff in here. So much stuff. So much stone. My inner chest. Here's my little enchanting room, alchemy board. You know, I have a little forge here. Anyways, this is mine. This is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I was pretty pumped. I built little, you know, I put some touches on it. Again, you can see completely different style. Very big and, you know, not realistic at all. So here is my next project. Here's the last thing I did on this server. In fact, I finished this as I was getting into the YouTube acapella thing, which is kind of why I stopped. Because I didn't have time. I was spending a lot of time making the acapellas. This is a little bridge thing with one of my friends put in for me. He was pretty pumped. It actually works, or it did work at one point. Yeah, building in survival mode does make everything special. So everything in here, it's hard to appreciate unless you're just on straight survival mode, which you guys are on this server. So, built this big nether brick road, and I left this little river in here because I thought it was a good touch. And the nether brick road breaks, and it turns into a sandstone road because I wanted it to transition into something else. And as you'll see, it does transition into something quite different. So what you see here coming into view is a sandstone sphere. And building this on survival took a long time. I don't even know how many hours, like 30 hours or something to build this, because I had to plan this out, and it's a perfect sphere. And I started building roads because this was actually going to be the foundation for a city upon the water, which I'm still pumped about. I still think that's an epic idea. And we have a little elevator here because, again, this is all survival mode. I'm flying now because Kilklee's allowing me to. So, this is the elevator. And inside here is completely hollow and lit up. And I think it looks awesome. You're actually seeing the inner geometry of a sphere here. And I've never flown in here. This is amazing. Like, again, clouds are going through this. I should turn off clouds. One sec, I'm going to turn off clouds off. Okay. So, yeah, I've never flown in my own server. This is all new to me. I need to eat. So this was going to be the central point of our new city, my new city that I was planning out with Fei. It was going to be a sandstone slash sand based city. And as you can see, I built equilateral roads here. These mark the perimeters of the city. And these each go out the exact amount of blocks. I can't even remember. But this was going to be a big, huge square and or circle city that was going to be built on the water. I was pumped. I was really pumped because this is all survival. So this was going to be like hard for us. And it was going to be floating on the city. We were going to have, you know, canals. There was going to be a city below the water after we got done with this. I mean, I'm still excited about this idea. This pumps me up. I think we should, anyways, if Kilkley wants to transfer this to our new server and we actually like do this, oh my gosh, I'm going to be freaking out. Anyways, this was my last project, this sphere. I didn't die many times building this because every time I would fall in the water, which was very nice. The top of the sphere. I think the last iteration I actually had this removed and there's an elevator that went up to the top. So you're not actually seeing the very final version. So, yeah. This is, I don't know. It's exciting seeing all this because it's sad like leaving a world like this behind. I spent all this time on this world in survival mode. And it's neat seeing look at all you guys like hanging out. I never thought I would see this. This is so cool. So yeah, this was my last project. And our actual idea was this. I was hashing it out with Fei. I was going to pick a quadrant and build a city. And we were all going to build in the same kind of style. Fei was going to pick a quadrant. My brother was going to pick a quadrant. And Alkaizer was going to pick a quadrant. And we were all just going to build a quarter of the city. Each on our own. It was going to be unique, but we were all going to use similar materials. So it was going to be kind of like, ancient Babylon on the seas or something. Ancient Egypt. So, yeah. Oh, looks like someone destroyed the elevator. Whether you meant to or not, that was pretty lame. Anyways. Yeah, I wanted to do something big. When I build stuff in Minecraft, it's kind of like my chainmail projects. For you guys that know me, like, the first thing in piece of chainmail I built was a full shirt. If I put energy into something, I want it to be big. I want it to be awesome. I want it to be a project that's going to take a while, but once I'm done, I step back and go, dang, and this sphere was one of those. My main base was one of those. Those 3 towers was one of those. That arrow was one of those. But yeah, I wanted to build big things. I like to build big, elaborate things that are bigger than life, And that's kind of what I did in this server. You can kind of get a bird's eye view of the road here. My base again, like from a distance, I think that looks fantastic. It's in those towers there, I wanted it to be like an evil base. It looked like it got burned into the ground. So, yeah. This is my base. I would love for this to get teleported into our new server so I could have my base there. These massive towers. But I'm proud of my design here. I flattened all this out because I thought we may be able to extend the city here. This is Alkaizer's first stuff that he built here. He abandoned all this, just kind of left it. This is a few more people that built here. My buddy Mike built this little city here. And this road was going to lead to another place. But let's do something else. Let's go into the road here. Oh, actually, do you guys want to see? Record this and put it on YouTube? This is being recorded right now. You guys want to go see? For those of you that have seen the 10,000 blocks away, the girl 10,000 blocks away. Well, you guys want to go see her base? We're heading out to it right now. So Chocolately is her name, and ironically, she's sitting behind me. But these torches I know lead out to her base. So she built on this. So if you guys want to see the actual base built by the girl from 10,000 blocks away, or the girl who played that, we're on the way to her base. Yeah, and this is all. It's I think we eventually built the road to this. I'm not sure, but this is the way that we go now. We're almost there. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's a few bases that are out in the middle of nowhere here, but I think Kilkley can teleport everyone here. So you guys can see a rainbow forming in the distance. That was the grand plan here. So there's a rainbow. There's we got sheep here which obviously supplied the rainbow with color. Chicken here. We have little terraced fields. This rainbow is cool because you can actually go inside it. There's clouds at the end of each rainbow. And, yeah, this is a hollow rainbow. You can go inside. And again, this is all survival mode. This is not creative mode. This is all, like, actually playing the game of Minecraft. So, I think this is pretty awesome. It's great. This is actually... Oh, it's awesome. Inside the rainbow. Whoever mentioned that, like, recording this and putting it on YouTube, this probably would be a fun thing to put on YouTube. And yeah, of course, there's rainbows and hearts, just, you know, over the top happiness, whatever. I thought it was a great idea. Oh my gosh, Kilkley is mass killing all the sheep. And she also leveled out most of this forest, cleared all this, because I think she was going to build something out here. Yeah, there's a big dome being planned, but that just never happened. So anyways, this, if you guys ever wanted to know, anyways, that is, this is Choco Lately's base. And, you know, of course, water on top. There's hearts and designs here. Well thought out. Great. Alright, so there's a few more things that I wanted to show you guys on this server. We're going to fly back to the main base. I'm going to show you a little bit more of Onslaught Fei's insanity. The amount of hours. I can tell you right now, Onslaught Fei put more hours into the server than even me. Some random Minecraft spawning things. Follow the torches. Okay, so here's the main base. There's the big guild hall in the main village. So we're going to go under it. Onslaught Fei should join Fire UK. Not sure what that is. But yeah, as you can see, Onslaught Fei, I mean, from a bird's eye view, you can see the detail that he put into this. You know, the windmill. I mean, he's just super, super detailed. You know, building it as a game designer would design a town. Okay, so this leads to... Whoa. Mass teleport. That's amazing. You can mass teleport. So this leads by Minerail to... And I'm just going to fly. But you guys can get Minerails if you want or whatever. I'm just going to fly because this is going to speed things up. He dug all this by hand. And ended up with stacks and stacks and stacks of diamonds. And laid this by hand. This leads, and we're just going to fly. So here we go. He dug all of this by hand in survival mode. Just insanity. Oh, and it's broken up. Huh. I guess the mine rail wouldn't work right now. I'm not sure who did that. And there are chests on the way. This is insane. I mean, talk about hours put into the game. Like, manpower. Just, like, grinding. Can you imagine how many diamonds he found while doing this? Because this is, like, on the perfect level to find diamonds. And he even, you know, put little touches like this. Glass windows for the lava when he encountered it. Of course, turn the lava to obsidian when he would encounter it. But this leads way south. We're heading south right now. So far south to we're getting there. Ooh, what's this right here? He left the lava lake open. I think it looks cool. So Fei is very aesthetically minded. Focuses on aesthetic. So everything he does is perfectly aesthetic to his standards. And you can see that by everything I've shown you so far. Everything is perfectly finished. Okay, now we're at the hub of the station. This leads to, and it's got a switch right here, it's a functional switch. This leads up to, I believe, our friend Kraeger, he goes by, his castle. And Fei built all of this. This is kind of like a train hub right here where it stops. Fei's 1,000 meter to Rookie, 600 meters that way, so it kind of guides you. And if you go out this way, you'll hit Kraeger's castle. And Kraeger's one of Fei's friends, I guess Fei's longtime friends. They're on a WoW guild together. They're all in Alkaizer's guild, so these are all old WoW friends. And this is Kraeger's castle. This is also Kraeger's first time to build Minecraft, so he didn't build anything extremely elaborate, but he built a lot of stuff, man. I mean, like an elaborate castle with towers. And looks like this is... Oh, I never saw this. Okay, he built this after I quit playing. This is his mage tower. And I've never actually been in here. So this is his last thing he built. I think he was pretty proud of it. So we're going to go explore his mage tower. Looks like a mage tower with a library, enchanting books. Ooh, big chandelier things. Wow. Okay, so this... You can see his building style. It looks a lot like Onslaught Fei's, like, you know, realistic, compact, very intricate. Wow, okay, so this is pretty big. Now I'm curious, the little wing he had going out there, how do you get to that? Let's check it out. So, that wing he had, how do you access that? I'm gonna go outside and look. Because I haven't been in here. So he has like a big wing. Oh, okay. I guess it looks like you can't access it. Oh, here it is. So you guys found out how to do it. Oops. Lag. It's crashing a bit. There's a lot of people on the server right now. There's diamonds just hanging out on the ground. Not sure how to get back up there. Let's go back outside. Oh, someone said it's creative mode. Guess everyone's gonna start flying. Okay, so yeah, here's his little tower. Looks like he's got his little throne or something right here set up. That's cool. So I got to see something I didn't ever get to see on my server. Pretty awesome mage tower. Very mage-like. It's neat seeing all this stuff from up high. Okay. I wonder if there was a way to put it on no break mode, because it sounds like people are breaking stuff, and no build mode for now. Guess I'm not too concerned. Okay, man, I don't even remember how to get back down to the rail system. Where's the rail system? So here's his entrance. And yeah, he started to build a road all the way back to the main town. And I'm not sure how far he got. I know he got pretty far. Because he wanted to connect his castle to the main server. Wow, yeah, it looks like he actually built quite a road. Did he make it all the way? Did the road get finished? Oh, I think it ends there. Okay, so he hit a mountain. Oh, wait. So here's one end. And it continues. Huh? Okay, so he didn't connect the two. Okay, so here's the main city. Okay, so yeah, almost finished the road. So that's pretty much it. That's what we spent from all the way from, I think it was maybe August or September, all the way up until January. Just playing on this server, building this. This is what we did. And then January 15th is when I posted my first YouTube acapella, and so my playtime went down. I spent a lot less time playing video games and a lot more time recording music. But this is what I did. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you guys. I put a beacon up in the top of this just because I thought it looked awesome to have a beacon coming out of the sword hilt. I was pretty proud. So anyways, that's our server. Oh yeah, there's a few little Easter eggs out here. I did something that people didn't discover for a while. Someone built something out here. I'm not sure who did that. Someone that probably joined our server and wanted to have a base. But I think I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, transfer dome and castle over. I would love to do that, and preferably in the same area, if not on top of my black box that I built. Okay, so I went out to this island, and I just decided to have a little bit of fun. I don't remember this, but I planted jungle trees, and I wanted them to all come together. I wanted to plant them as close together to seem like one giant tree, like Nordrasil from WoW, or just like the world tree. And I think I was pretty successful. I didn't spend all the time in the world on it, but this was kind of just a side project. But it got pretty tall, as you can see. I think this is I think this was the roof of the map. I couldn't plant any more trees higher than this. This was it. So let's make a jump from our tree. Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah, I had some fun with that, and one of my roads coming off of my sphere. In fact, Kilklee, if you're listening, I would like my castle, my hexagon castle, to be placed right where my black box is on the server, like just on top of it instead of, and have this dome and these roads, if possible, put out on that ocean shore right next to it. I wonder if we can match it up to where this road matches up with the shore, because this would be cool. I would love for us, like as a server, to like finish the city that I had in mind, that I was dreaming of, you know, like have different people work on different quadrants, and eventually build our sand themed city out on the ocean. I think that would be so awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the Minecraft server. I spent so much time on this. And this is all survival mode, so this was like a grind.